All right, so I was scrolling on Facebook, as I normally do, and I happened to come across this video. I believe it said it came out in August 26, 2020. Every major movie role, it says every, but it's not all of them, movie role that Will Smith rejected in his career by Quirky Byte. So, as I was watching this, I noticed a bunch of different things that were changed. It's inaccurate pretty much. Looper always has pretty accurate stuff. I've never heard of Quirky Byte, but I'm gonna play this video, do a little react thing, give a little actual information on stuff, because there's certain things in this. We'll get into it.
Every major movie role that Will Smith rejected in his career.
Excited, and he has no clue why we're here. That's just
Will Smith has taken on many pleasing roles in his film career.
Then come and meet a spectacular coterie.
But there have been several instances where he could have made his fans even more delighted.
You know, pizza? They got food there.
Sadly, he ended up declining those roles, and the fans didn't get what they might have enjoyed more. Superman Returns. Yes, Big Willie was sent a script for Superman Returns.
Okay, for this one, what they say is pretty accurate, actually. We'll see. We'll see.
But he declined the role, saying that there is no way I'm playing Superman.
Which he said.
The hell are you doing out here, Fred?
He didn't want to ruin the character that fans loved so much. He had already got a fair bit of backlash in Wild Wild West, since Jim West was supposed to be white.
Okay, I'll have to comment for this. Jim West in this movie was not supposed to be white. He was supposed to be Will Smith. In the original one, wherever I put it, well, there was multiple ones, just like Django was a white guy originally too. But we'll get to that in a little bit here. But Jim West was white in the original show. He wasn't supposed to be white in this. And that's how I am interpreting what they're saying, is in this one he was supposed to be white. No, they were trying to modernize it and change his ethnicity. Honestly, I like Wild Wild West. Is it a great film? No. Is it the best Will Smith film? No. But at the same time, it's still pretty fucking entertaining. It has a great cast. It's got funny moments that I've laughed at anyways. But yeah, I'll turn the volume down.
So Willie didn't want to take that risk again. As much as we might have liked him as Soups, we're sure that he didn't regret it since Superman Returns bombed. Snake Eyes. Nicolas Cage starred as the lead in 1998's Snake Eyes. Apparently, Will Smith was eyed to play the villain, Commander Doom.
And this is where things get a little hazy. So from what I was looking up, actually, they say that there's a couple other ones that say that, and then another thing that says is that he was supposed to play Nicolas Cage's character. That's from Looper. I will put that link in the description box, but I'm gonna go with Looper on this one and say he was supposed to be cast as Nicolas Cage and not Gary Sinise's character, or Gary Sinise, which you'll see here.
But he chose to walk out due to a salary conflict, and the role went to Gary Sinise, Django Unchained.
Gary Sinise. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx played Django in Quentin Tarantino's big film of 2012, but Will Smith was asked to originally star in the project. He denied the role, thinking that Django wasn't actually the lead character of the film. So...
Really? Because this video here says something different.
Lots of things I've been offered that didn't really speak to me. I'm trying to think of one.
Weren't you offered Django? Django Unchained?
Django. Oh, yeah, but that was, but see, that was different. I was trying to avoid that. To me, it was more that I had said yes to Django, but it was more about the creative direction of the story. To me, it's as perfect a story as you could ever want. A guy that learns how to kill to retrieve his wife that has been taken, as a slave. Like, to me, that's when I choose movies, I'm choosing the arc. I read the first 35 pages and I read the ending, right? And to me, that idea is perfect. And it was just that Quentin and I couldn't see. I wanted to make the greatest love story that African Americans had ever seen from American cinema.
They did that, or is Love Jones.
Right. I know.
How did you say no to Quentin? Did you pick up the phone and call him?
No, you just have your people. No, I'm joking. No, but we talked, we met, we came, we talked, we sat for hours and hours and hours about it. I loved it. I wanted to make that movie so badly. But with that story, I felt the only way I could make that movie is it had to be a love story, not a vengeance story. I don't believe in violence as the reaction to violence. So when I'm looking at that, it's like, no. It has to be for love. The only way he can retrieve his love is to do this. He can't want to be this. No. Like, violence begets violence. For me, I just couldn't connect to violence being the answer. Love had to be the answer.
Would have balanced out that Wild Wild West scale.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Would have fixed that.
So Will Smith assumed it was he wanted it to be more of like a love story, like a rescue type story, to come and save his long lost love that's been taken by slavery and shit. Whereas Tarantino wanted the vengeance violence film like he normally would in his films, and they didn't see eye to eye, and that's why things didn't work out. It's not because he thought that the lead... Why would you think Django Unchained, the main character Django, would not be the lead or a major star in his own film? That just sounds stupid.
Willie went on to star in Men in Black 3 instead.
Which I thought was pretty good. It's better than 2.
The Matrix. The Matrix is a film that completely revolutionized the action movie genre. This is perhaps the film that he regrets turning down the most, as he was supposed to be Neo. He wasn't impressed when the film was pitched to him, and he thought that the script wasn't strong.
Okay, the pitch part, yeah. I guess he thought it wasn't strong. You can actually see a video on his YouTube channel, which is actually pretty recent. It's after 2020, where he describes that. I'll put the link to that in the description below too, and show the clip here.
So after we made Men in Black, the Wachowskis, they came in and it was like they had only done one movie. They did a movie, I think it was called Bound. And they came in and they made a pitch for The Matrix.
And as it turns out, they're geniuses. But there's a fine line in a pitch meeting between genius and what I experienced in the meeting.
So this is the actual pitch that they made for The Matrix. So dude, we're thinking like imagine you're in a fight and then you like jump. Imagine if you could stop jumping in the middle of the jump.
Say that again?
But then people could see around you 360 while you're jumping, while you're stopped jumping, right? And then we're gonna invent these cameras, and then people can see the whole jump while you stop in the middle of the jump. So I made Wild Wild West.
When I roll into the when I stroll into the
I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, it was all about how the film was pitched to him, which is pretty funny, but...
Well, that was bad judgment on his part, and he admitted that he was not proud of it. But he also admitted that Keanu Reeves did a far better job anyway.
Did he? I mean, maybe.
K-Pax. Smith was asked to play the role of Prot from K-Pax. Even though he liked the story, he just couldn't think that he would be a right fit for the role. So Kevin Spacey replaced him as Prot. Rush Hour. Will Smith was the first actor who was asked to play Detective.
I didn't see this anywhere else. I tried looking it up. I didn't see anywhere else that he was supposed to be in Rush Hour. It's possible. I mean, he was a big star at the time, and Rush Hour was a big thing at the time, and it would have been cool to see, you know, Will Smith and Jackie Chan together. But regardless, like, Rush Hour did very well. If anyone comments, they'll probably be surprised or angry or tell me to watch it, but I've never seen any of the Rush Hour films. I do plan to watch them eventually. I also haven't seen Cape. Well, I did see a little bit of K-Pax when I was younger. But yeah, I've never seen the Rush Hour films. I'll have to check them out.
Carter. But Chris Tucker got to star alongside Jackie Chan because Will Smith didn't want another buddy cop role.
Sensible.
We missed out on a Will Smith and Jackie Chan combo. But Chris Tucker was totally great, and we wouldn't have had it any other way. Independence Day Resurgence. Will Smith was totally awesome in the first Independence Day. He was offered a return as Captain Steve. But he had to make the choice between Independence Day 2 and Suicide Squad. So he chose Suicide Squad because it was a new prospect. He didn't want to cling to the past. We'd say that it's okay because his Deadshot was awesome and Independence Day 2 wasn't.
That one's true also. And that's the end of the video. That's the last one they show. I, however, found more, even though this says it's everyone he turned down. So here's a few other ones that he also turned down. Apparently he was supposed to be the lead in the film Phone Booth with Colin Farrell and Forrest Whitaker and Kiefer Sutherland, which I love that film. It's a great short little film. I think it's like hour and 17 minutes or something. It's a short film. I mean, how long can you stretch out a guy in a phone booth held hostage? Another one that he also turned down was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which would have been interesting to see Will Smith as Mr. Smith. Okay. So I found the thing. I somehow lost it, and I had to go back and research the whole Looper thing. I did look up on other pages just now. I clipped this. Editing. But I went through other links to see what films and why with Snake Eyes, or who was supposed to play in Snake Eyes. He was supposed to play Gary Sinise's character, but in this one it says Will Smith, Nicolas Cage don't seem to have much in common unless you're Brian De Palma, who traded one for the other in forgettable 1998 thriller Snake Eyes, implying, you know, Will Smith was supposed to play Cage's character, but in a few other ones it does say it's Gary Sinise. So I don't know which one it is. Maybe Looper is wrong on this one. Phone Booth, I already named. Another one is The Truth About Charlie. Never seen it. Which has Mark Wahlberg. I don't know anything about it, so I can't really go into detail on it. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. A Star is Born. The Lady Gaga. I always fucking forget his name. Bradley Cooper. I just seen Cooper. I didn't see his first name. Oh, this one I thought was interesting. He was supposed to play Shaft in the 2000 remake, the one that Samuel L. Jackson plays Shaft in. I thought that would have been interesting. I've never seen Shaft either, or the show. Oh, no, I've seen some, bits and pieces. But, yeah, those are some other ones that also they didn't mention, since they have every Will Smith film turned down. Why does this bother me? It doesn't really. But the thing is, I also don't like false information. And if I'm going to watch a video, I want to know something real. There's a bunch of fake videos out there with fake information, and there's also a bunch of reaction type videos or prank videos that seem like they're trying to pass it off as real when it is clearly staged. There's a bunch of those on Facebook. There's some on TikTok and there's some on YouTube, but the majority is on Facebook. So I do want to go over some of those. That was another idea I've been tossing around, thinking about. So maybe I'll do that. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe I cleared some things up that were misinformed. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. That'd be great. I'm slowly trying to get back into this and come up with ideas to put on random. Currently it's just myself, and I will try to get everyone else that was on random back into it. So we'll see how that turns out. Till next time. Peace.